All right, guys. So I took a week off posting picks, football picks, last week because I wasn't feeling it. I did play a couple of parlay tickets for $10. Lost. Hold on, y'all. Oh, 1 minute. Like I said, when you do parlays, you put the least amount of money on it. You're supposed to be having fun with this. If you're not having fun, don't play the game. Okay, so moving on. All right, so we got San Francisco at Tampa Bay. Now, everybody knows from the beginning of the season how much I like the Buccaneers. We heard, the coach, Mark Gruden, former coach, talking about, that Tampa Bay could possibly win a Super Bowl. I do think with Mike Evans coming back, I mean, when you have receivers like Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard, Abuka, they got a couple other guys, it's just Tampa Bay seems like they're unstoppable. And then, of course, the major exclamation mark is, the man himself, Baker Mayfield. Tampa Bay seems like they're on a roll, especially the way, they played the last game. Who they play? Seattle? Yeah. So it's a lot, it's a lot of momentum going on with Tampa Bay. And this is one of the situations where I'm going to have to fade Tampa Bay. I'm going to have to take the +3 with San Francisco, even with all the injuries they got. And of course, you guys know I look at Pub Radio Sports on YouTube. I listen to the things that they're saying. I don't always agree with them. But, listening to them about this particular game, definitely I would say the juice is with the 49ers. This is the type of game I expect Tampa Bay to lose, man. Okay? Now, I will tell you guys, I actually had Denver Broncos on my ticket last week versus the Eagles, and they ended up winning that game. See, the way my mind thinks going into this stuff, it has to be totally right brain thinking. I told you guys that, the team that was going to beat the Eagles was not going to be a team that probably most of the public would think would beat the Eagles, and that was the case. However, there were some people out there who had a feeling that Denver would be in that game against the Eagles. Okay, so I feel the same way about this 49ers game. They got a lot of injuries. Bosa's out, Kittle's out, and I think people are just really high on Baker Mayfield right now, including myself. And I think it's the perfect time to get off that, high with Tampa Bay. If it had been any time to get off Tampa Bay's ass, it would be now. I mean, looking at the line, Tennessee Tampa Bay's -3 could be a little tricky, but I think this is a good spot to stay off Tampa Bay. At least for me, it will. So I'm going to be taking San Francisco +3. I don't know how. Maybe Tampa can win by 3. I don't know exactly how. Maybe Christian McCaffrey will finally have a good game. You never know when he's going to go off. He's been quiet, but you never know when he's going to go off. Okay, and San Francisco is unbeaten on the road so far. Okay, so we know that this is going to be a close game regardless. This is not type of situation where we're going to expect Tampa Bay to win by 10+ points. Okay, so we know it's going to be a good football game. Okay, and in this case, when I know it's going to be a good football game and I know it's too much juice riding on, one team that's at home, being Tampa Bay, everybody's all excited about Tampa Bay. To me, this is just the perfect letdown spot. So I'll be taking the 49ers +3.